This month, we are showcasing the importance of positive and respectful relationships with children. When we talk about positive and respectful relationships, we're not just talking about the children, but also their families and the community that support them, as well as their educator. Whilst much of the focus is on the child, we can use our observation about them to understand the health of the learning community around them. When the communication is right, we see a tenfold increase in the quality of the learning opportunities that are available for those children.
I get to know all the children individually. I, learn about what their interests are, what their strengths are. I nurture them and support them with their struggles if they have any. I give them consistency, I give them love, I give them respect, I give them fun. I welcome them into the family daycare setting. I welcome their families into my family daycare setting. They become part of my family. I give them agencies to steer their day the way they want to. They have choices throughout their day. They can choose what they want to do.
Look at me.
Children are people. I treat them like I would want to be treated. I, show them respect. I teach them empathy. I encourage them to talk to each other, to communicate with each other. I encourage them to resolve conflict. I tend not to jump in until they've had a go themselves, and then I help them with their conflict resolution, show them the words to use. I have areas set up where the children can be with their friends where I don't necessarily have to be there with them. So they might go into the teepee, or they might be in the sand pit, or they might be on the trampoline. And they can, be themselves and have their little conversations with their friends, get to know their friends, and they don't always have an adult right there with them. I do think about the children who have left my care. I've had many of them since they were babies, 3 or 4 months old, until they've gone to school, and some children come back for the school holidays or for after school care at times. My own primary age child goes to school with some of these children, so we're very fortunate that we get to see them
The blue?
often.
The dark blue?
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. I hope it doesn't drop one in my mouth. Where's my plate? Where's my plate?
So, do you know what the very first thing we want to learn how to do?
This is the coolest thing ever.
Have you ever given a paintbrush a bath?
No?
No?
I have.
You have? Have you given a paintbrush a bath?
Wait, where's my thing?
Yeah, James, have you given a paintbrush a bath?
Here, I'll just fix this.
No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to stick it in and give it a really good bath. With the green. Does anybody want to do any more green? Lollipops.
These look like that green.
What else do you
Do
see?
you like finger food?
I do.
Oh, perfect. Look, it looks just like the wattle.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Isn't that magic? Can you give me some of your magic?
Sure, yeah. Have a look.
Then do you want to have any magic?
You give it back when you're ready. Sure.
Or you can have a little bar of mine.
These?
Yeah.
What did we do?
We put the lids on a wire
We put the lids on a wire. And how did we choose the colours? Do you remember?
because the team.
The teams, the football teams, you're right.
I love bumping into families whose children I've looked after years after they've left, seeing them in their school uniforms or their high school uniforms even now, and just saying hello to them still. They've been part of our family, and they have really fond memories of us as well, so it's really lovely. I have lots of spare clothes for the children, so if they arrive and they haven't brought their jacket or their beanie or their gumboots, for example, I have lots of spares. So if it's raining outside and the children want to go out and jump into some puddles, there's no reason why we can't. We have umbrellas so they can enjoy the rain, and I have sun hats and sunscreen and spare clothes, so if they get really wet, which they do sometimes, we can just come home and get changed. Dry their clothes on the heater and put some dry clothes on them. My hopes for the children is, really that they are content, that they're confident, that they're happy, that they're secure in their world, and I hope that I've showed them that I've given them that from an early age. Because if they have those things, they're going to learn at school. They're going to, be able to navigate those friendships, those social relationships, that emotional intelligence that they're going to need. The learning will come, the formal learning will come.
Your wattle, James. Your wattle.
I try and help them build the foundations to really have the confidence and the strength to be able to cope with that formal learning.